lead with an 8-tackle game.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Dragons of Houston taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking. Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And taken down just shy of the 40. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Oh, nice move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. And this is Simpson with a catch. 7 yards there and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll try again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1 yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he stays up. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Man in motion is Agnew. On 3rd down, Lawrence pushes past him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Lawrence will throw. They'll roll him out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dragons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out come the Jags. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jaguars nothing.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Into double coverage. coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Well, Houston's offense taking over again.
It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Houston set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Dragons will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started a bit south of here in Puerto Rico, in their capital city of San Juan. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. The Titans trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they trail the visiting LA Rams as that one's gone to the intermission. The Rams seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Bison is trying to finish that one off and claim victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Leonard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a throw here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Houston.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Moves to 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Houston's offense taking over again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run the counter. It's Leonard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Houston. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At their 49-yard
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Houston's offense taking over again. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting him.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now out comes Houston.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. That's Bates. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Simpson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And on now is the punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. interception. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back now in Jacksonville.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now this one complete on the slant route. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff running through the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he fins him, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston set to take over. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this is Simpson with a catch. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and I'm going to tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Leonard. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Leonard, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.